Oh boy, Akilah Hughes is fucking pissed. Now, a little bit of context before I begin the video. About 4 years ago, Donald Trump won the election. And Akilah Hughes, who goes by Akilah, obviously, she is a content creator here on the platform and all over the place. I think she works for like a few big media companies. She's no small fish in this pond. She's kind of a big deal, right? Anyways, Carl Benjamin ends up publishing a video using clips from a video that she published called SJW Levels of Awareness. It was absolutely hilarious. And it was like less than 2 minutes long, less than 3 minutes. It was an extremely short video. And she didn't appreciate being the butt crack of the joke, the hairy butt crack of this hilarious joke. And she filed a false DMCA claim. Carl Benjamin counters. And then she takes him to court. Earlier this year, the judge ruled against her. It was fair use. The video, the SJW Levels of Awareness video, was deemed fair use. Carl Benjamin, or Sargon of Akkad, he was in compliance with our copyright laws, and Akilah Hughes was obviously very distraught, but there was very little heard from her. I mean, she was sour grapes. I mean, there was a tweet here or there, but well, Carl Benjamin makes a video. It's like asking his viewers, "Hey, should I go on the offensive?" And we were all like, "Yes, please fight back. Please, like, stand up for us." Like we're sort of like on the passenger seat of this ride here. We're vicariously fighting this with him, and we need him to stand up, and he does. And just a few days ago, as I'm making this video, Judge Sullivan ruled against Akilah Hughes, and the meltdown is glorious. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it, guys. So Akilah Hughes writes, "Hey," on Twitter. By the way, I archived this, so I'm going to leave a link in the description. "Hey, if you follow me on Twitter, you may notice that I'm being harassed by a bunch of white men today. That's because I sued white supremacists for stealing my content on YouTube. In 2016, while there was no additional commentary, only cuts in order, we felt that using more than 20% of my work was unacceptable. Keep in mind, the express purpose of this white supremacist was to arouse his horde of 4chan white supremacists and to harass me. After all, this was a video of me earnestly saying I was surprised he lost, because it was. First off, that last part is relevant. Second, Carl Benjamin is not a white supremacist. He's not a supremacist of any kind whatsoever. I would like to see evidence that he has ever made a claim or a statement, advocating for or having a desire for white supremacy or wanting supremacy over any other group for whatever reason. It doesn't exist. It's bullshit. And I'm really sick of these sour grapes like Akilah Hughes coming out and just calling everybody they don't like white supremacists. Anybody who criticizes them is a white supremacist. And I mean, this is the discourse in America in 2020. If you disagree with people like Akilah Hughes who have the right opinions, you're an evildoer, you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're a terrible human being. Let's continue. The 20% of my work part. Yeah, you don't get to decide, sweetheart, what is acceptable or unacceptable. The law does, and the law is very clear. It's why Carl Benjamin ended up winning his lawsuit against you, or the counterclaim against you, and the lawsuit you brought to him. For the past 4 years, this person has made racist and sexist harassing content about me. I'd like to see a citation, please, because that sounds like bullshit. Trey Melvin, Cat Black, blah, 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 and more for the purpose of getting his followers to harass us. He was banned from VidCon when they forged badges and yelled over us on panels. I'm going to need a citation for that as well. I'm going to need some hard, concrete evidence that occurred. I know what... I think I'm familiar with the event that they're talking about. So let me get this straight. So you have very talented content creators from all over the world, people like Sargon of Akkad and his little posse, people who actually make a decent amount of money here on these platforms. They flew to VidCon, and they needed fake badges just to harass Akilah Hughes. That was their mission. That was their intent. I mean, what is she trying to say here? I'm sorry, Akilah Hughes, but you're not that cool. You're not that important. You're obviously not talented, and you're really not that smart. The world does not revolve around you, love. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Let's see. Then Carl Benjamin, the person I'm referring to, ran for office in England and was so repugnant. He said his female opponent was too ugly for him to rape, which began a police investigation, and he lost. This was well documented. Well, yeah, there was a police investigation, which led to nothing. And yes, he did lose, which is unfortunate. But no, he did not say his opponent was too ugly for him to rape. That's categorically false. The video's out there. Go ahead and look it up. I don't want to go over it. But he didn't say that. I remember Devin Tracy ended up making a video, and he was just like slamming Carl Benjamin, and his fans ratioed him. And he got fucking just BTFO'd. They made Devin Tracy, or Atheism is Unstoppable, put on the cuck belt. He makes another video apologizing, you know, because he was being a sensitive bitch about the whole situation. And it was bullshit. And it's like, dude, Carl Benjamin, Don Sargon was supposed to be your friend, man. And it's just like, you obviously know what you were saying was not true. So yes, even people, I guess, on our side of the political spectrum, I suppose, can believe such stupid things. So I guess, whatever, man, I'll forgive her for that. So at the same time, my initial lawyer decided to quit being my lawyer because he made some major mistakes in the initial complaint, framing this copyright infringement as the harassment, not as what it was and still is, copyright infringement. The judge decided to throw out the case. Yeah, the judge threw out the case because it was a bullshit case. And your lawyer was right. You were harassing Carl Benjamin. You had no qualms about taking food out of the mouths of his kids and his wife. You wanted to financially ruin Carl Benjamin. This was your intent. You wanted to weaponize the courts against Carl Benjamin because you were the hairy ass crack of a joke that you didn't like. It wasn't flattering to you. It was the wrong opinion according to you. That is why you did what you did. And it was harassment. It's well documented, love. We have your tweets. We archived them. We sent them to Carl Benjamin's legal team. It's over. You keep saying these things, and no matter how many times you say it, it's not going to make it true. The law is the law. The evidence is the evidence, and it's there for anyone to consume. You know, and it's just like, dude, all these fucking idiots, like, bringing all these lawsuits, bringing these lawsuits forward, dropping them to our feet, people like me, for criticizing people like Akilah Hughes. Like, you guys are not going to win these lawsuits. Ethan Klein won a major lawsuit. Ray William Johnson, or the Equals 3 guy, he ended up winning a major lawsuit. Now Carl Benjamin is on the receiving end of winning one of these lawsuits. And, you guys got to understand, like really understand what fair use is. And you know what's funny? Another shithead leftist, the Amazing Atheist, he tried to bring a lawsuit against Encyclopedia Dramatica for the same reason Akilah Hughes brought a lawsuit against Carl Benjamin. The Amazing Atheist sucks. He's not a good artist, no matter how many times he says he is. His shit sucks. Like, it's just demonstrably garbage. And Encyclopedia Dramatica was clowning on him. They were providing the commentary. They were being it was very unflattering commentary, a lot meaner than I would have been. And he makes some videos like, I'm going to get lawyers and bring a lawsuit against you. It's like, with what money, dude? You don't even you don't got a job. Goodness. And this was many, many years ago. This is many, many years ago. And I remember he wasn't partnered at the time. So yeah, he was just, trying to be a fucking tough guy, like Akilah Hughes was trying to be a tough guy. And they ended up getting fucking spanked. Well, obviously, Encyclopedia Dramatica never got sued because, fucking TJ was broke, and he had no fucking case. He had no legal standing. And I think somebody smarter than him had to sit him down and be like, hey, little TJ, calm down. It's okay to be the butt crack of a joke every once in a while. Just take it, bro. Take it like you took that banana. All right, so let's continue. So this happened in February. Then in March, the very same white supremacist decided to countersue for legal fees because I responded to one of these little boys harassing me, calling him a racist. He claimed my case was therefore never about copyright infringement. Well, it wasn't about copyright infringement. It was about revenge. It was about racial animus towards white men. You wanted to one-up the white man. You wanted to beat down the white man. And how did that work out for you, love? Didn't work out so well, did it? Because look at this embarrassing rant that you've been on. So she writes, I'm going to include this in the email, in the description below, but she writes an email to YouTube, whatever, blah, 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 who gives a fuck. So all of this to say, I've tried to spare this drama on the timeline, but this is what the black people you like online have to deal with. And I think YouTube should also have to answer for their role in this because their policy is that you must sue to keep someone's work down. No, you don't have to sue. And no, you didn't try to spare people from the drama. You started the drama. You are the drama starter. You initiated the lawsuits. You could have just ignored it and laughed it off like everybody else does. I mean, people leave fucking mean-ass comments to me. I don't fucking care. And I don't censor my comments either. That's YouTube doing that. I have nothing to fucking do with it, guys. My bad. But that's just, that's just part of the game. You make content on YouTube People are going to fucking say mean shit. People are going to do responses to your videos. People are going to cut them up and say shit. And it's going to be hilarious a lot of the times. And it's also going to upset you some of the times. You know, this is part of free speech. It's not always pretty. It's not always fun. You know, sometimes it's stressful. And it's just like, yeah, like it was a... Dude, Carl Benjamin was, for all... He was actually relatively kind to you, you know? He went easy on you. I mean, you're lucky that he just got the initial video that you published and cut it up into like a couple minutes. And basically, you know, people in the comment section laughed at you. That's easy. I would rather deal with that than some of the shit that I had to deal with. But you want to antagonize, you want to go on the offense and attack these people. But it gets worse, you guys. Here's the most sinister element of this diatribe from Akilah, obviously a loser. Also, if anyone here has contact at GoFundMe where he raised $120,000 for the lawsuit and asked PayPal where he continues to make money, my lawyer would appreciate it. How is Carl Benjamin's income germane to anything that is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand this. Like, you already lost. And, you know, GoFundMe has a legal department. You know, their email is public information. I'm not going to give it to her. Fuck Akilah Hughes and fuck any of her fans. But again, it's just like, this is known to the previous judges that were presiding or reviewing this case. And they said it was relevant. Carl Benjamin raising this money was relevant. But here's the shocker. Here's the kick in the butt to Akilah Hughes. Just because Carl Benjamin's legal fees were covered by people like me, all the good people all over the internet who donated to his legal defense, just because his legal fees are covered for, does not absolve Akilah Hughes of any responsibility whatsoever. She harassed Carl Benjamin. Her intent was vengeance. She wanted to weaponize the courts against Carl Benjamin. She wanted to silence her critic, and she wanted to scare the hell out of all of us from ever criticizing her and other people like her. I mean, that's really why they do what they do. Why do you think CNN threatens to dox these young kids making these funny memes about, like, CNN people getting, like, body slammed and stuff? It's supposed to be funny, but they get all uppity about it because they don't like being the hairy ass crack of these jokes either. It's not just Akilah Hughes, but the big corporations as well. They'll come after you, man. And this is a way of this is a quasi deterrence. Thank God she fucked with the wrong person, because now we got these people running scared. These people are running scared, and they're losing these legal battles. We have to take them to court, and we have to stand up together, guys. Honestly, like, we have to do this, and it's not possible if we don't band together and support people like Carl Benjamin. And I understand, like, he's not the most popular dude in the world. He's got a lot of opinions people don't seem to agree with or like, or he talks about things that, you know, people don't really appreciate him talking about, but it needs to be talked about, and his speech is legal. All right? He is engaging in lawful speech. He doesn't call for violence. He doesn't call for people to harass Akilah Hughes or any of her stupid friends. None of this is true. None of this is reality. And you know, you're calling somebody who is demonstrably not a racist, who is clearly not a white supremacist, and you keep calling him these things. You're engaging in defamation against somebody. All right? And again, you're setting yourself up for failure once again. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's very likely that Akilah Hughes appeals the decision. She has 30 days to do so. Maybe about 25 or 26 days now as I'm making this video, and it's very likely she countersues. And of course, Carl Benjamin is going to keep us in the loop. And if we got to donate more money, then we're going to donate more money. Hopefully, Robert Barnes gets involved and fucking slaps this fucking goofball down, because that's what we need. We need to send a message to these people that this is not acceptable behavior. Weaponizing the courts against us to silence our free speech is not acceptable. God bless Carl Benjamin. God bless every single person that donated money to his legal defense. We needed this victory. Thank God. And Akilah Hughes is like, she's so sour grapes. That's a reward in and of itself. All right, guys, take care. Peace.